Okay, so I want to know, why are so many students scared to talk to librarians? I just don't get it. I can't tell you how often I talk to a student about a research question that they're having related to some class they're taking, and they're like, well, I don't know how to find anything about it. Or they feel like when they do go to the library, only because their teacher requires that they have an actual book, they sort of go in and they look at the computer themselves and they find the book and then they go check it out. But actually, librarians so love to answer questions. At least the librarian friends that I have love a good research question and adore it when students come to them and say, hey, can you help me find some resources to help me answer blah, blah, blah question? So I strongly recommend that if you're a student who feels this way, intimidated and scared of the friendly librarian person, or if you're a parent and you know that your student is a little timid of the librarian person, that you spend the summer coming up with some research questions and practicing going to ye old public library, or maybe even some of the, bigger research libraries at universities, and just play. See what you can find in the course of a half hour by going to ask a question that you're curious about to a librarian. In fact, it occurs to me as I'm talking, why not have a little game as a family? Come up with some questions that normally you would go to the World Wide Web to answer, and instead go ask a librarian if they can find you some book resources to help you get answers to those questions. It's a lifelong skill, but perhaps more importantly than that, it will help students when they start having to write those hard papers in high school and especially in college. And so it is a great skill to instill as early as possible. I would love to hear your thoughts about this or questions. Email me at gretchen@gretchenwegner.com. Have fun with your research. I want to hear stories. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye.